So, big news, huh? Over the last year or so, we've seen two Portal-related projects get the NVIDIA RTX treatment. The original Portal got the treatment and was released as Portal with RTX and released back in December 2022. Then, later in July of this year, Portal Prelude, a classic, albeit difficult Portal mod, got the treatment as well and released as Portal Prelude RTX. And now, we got none other than Half-Life 2 getting that same treatment. That's right. Finally, Half-Life 2 is getting a major graphical overhaul that will launch the game into a new era of video game graphics, and it will turn into a graphical powerhouse once again. And hey, this time, the community plays a major part in it. Let's talk about it.
LambdaGeneration.
Before we get started though, and I'm going to keep it brief, promise, I'd like to talk about some major milestones we hit here at LambdaGeneration. First off, we now have over 10,000 members over on our website. All of you guys make sure that there is new stuff to look at every single day from the communities of your favorite Valve titles. The site feels more alive than ever and you all are to thank for that. We'll be celebrating this occasion together with the community. On the day this video will be uploaded, we'll be doing a community game night in Sven Co-op. It'll start at 10 p.m. CEST and will be taking place on our official servers. See you there! We also just reached over 25,000 followers on our Twitter/X as well. So thanks for that too. Just wanted to let you know that we're healthy and doing well. Thanks to you all. Alright, now on to the actual video. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this remaster straight away. Half-Life 2 RTX and RTX Remix project is being developed by a studio called Orbifold Studios with help from NVIDIA and an early version of their RTX Remix toolkit that they provided to them. Orbifold's goal is to create a new way to experience Half-Life 2 using the cutting-edge rendering techniques and technologies that RTX Remix brings with it, while also remastering the assets and textures to fully make those new technologies shine the way they should. Now, Orbifold might sound like a pretty new studio who hasn't really done much else in the Half-Life community up until now, but oh boy, let me tell you, these guys, they don't come out of nowhere. Because you see, Orbifold is actually formed by the teams behind some pretty well-known projects. Those projects are Half-Life 2 VR, Half-Life 2 Remade Assets, Project 17, and Raising the Bar Redux. And the team's co-lead is a well-known name in the modding scene as well, David Driver-Gom, aka Kralik. Man, Kralik is really out there creating a modding empire. Kralik has also taken on the job as a modding consultant at NVIDIA, which is a pretty amazing feat. Congratulations on that. Apart from promising the remaster itself, Orbifold is also giving a lot more back to the community as well by releasing all the remade assets to said community entirely for free. They're hoping this will help inspire other teams to remaster other classic mods. I mean, can you imagine classic Half-Life 2 mods being remastered to this scale as well? You know, classics like Research and Development, Entropy Zero, Minerva, Genry's Great Escape from City 13, all with ray-traced graphics and high-definition models and textures. It's all pretty exciting, and I honestly can't wait to see what the community will end up doing with this once RTX Remix is officially out to the public. You can already put yourself on the waitlist right now to gain access to the tools eventually, and a select number of modders already do have access. But yeah, it is pretty exclusive for now. Also, I feel like I should mention this now. We're going to be doing a Q&A soon with the folks behind the project, and we'd like to collect some questions from the community. So if you have any questions for the team after watching this video, then be sure to leave them in the comments. I'll be collecting the best ones and I'll use them in the Q&A. Stay tuned to our socials to find out when that video will be out. Now, you might also be wondering what in the world RTX Remix even is exactly. I've explained it in a video before, but allow me to re-explain it here as I feel like I can do it a little bit better now that I have a little bit more knowledge. RTX Remix is an upcoming free modding utility from NVIDIA built on top of their Omniverse platform that allows people who want to improve a classic DirectX 8 or 9 game's graphics to do just that with a full ray tracing suite to work with and tools to convert the game's standard shader-based textures to PBR materials. PBR meaning that these materials will correctly react to the lighting being cast on it. A bit of a simplified explanation there, but that's basically what it does. This is the current industry standard for materials, and even Counter-Strike 2 uses this technique. Apart from that, RTX Remix includes tech like NVIDIA DLSS, RTX I/O, and Reflex to really improve the performance and the responsiveness of the game. And yes, this will work on pretty much every DirectX 8 or 9 title, so that's pretty incredible if you ask me. No newer DirectX titles though, which is a little bit of a shame, but there are some technical reasons why RTX Remix can't work with any games using a higher DirectX level. All of its technical details are available on their website for it. You can check it out if you want. Half-Life 2 RTX is being made with this very same toolkit that I just talked about, and so has Portal Prelude RTX. And the results pretty much speak for themselves. From the trailer that we've gotten that was presented during Gamescom, we can clearly see some stark graphical improvements and a whole ton more details than we ever had before. The trailer didn't show outdoor areas though, and no character models beyond this headcrab here. I'm really interested to see what all that's gonna look like, but I guess we're still going to have to wait a little longer for this. They did pretty much just start development. It's also hard to ignore the fact that this remaster will definitely not be for everyone. You need a pretty beefy GPU for even the lower graphical settings despite DLSS being present. Now, I can't really comment on the performance right now, of course, because it's not out yet, but looking at the previous RTX Remix outings from NVIDIA, yeah, they can be a little difficult to run. So I'm kinda suspecting the same thing to be the case here, but hey, I might be wrong. We'll have to see. I'm saying this because I know there are a lot of folks out there in the community who play using lower-end systems, and you guys might be a little disappointed that you can't play this. I unfortunately can't say much more beyond that DLSS 3.5 does add some new tricks to potentially increase frame rates and image quality. But other than that, it kind of is what it is for now. I'm sure that in the future, ray tracing tech will become more and more accessible. Lastly, did you know that Orbifold is hiring at the moment? That's right. You can be part of this team by submitting your application and portfolio over on the official website, which I'll link down below. So if you got what it takes to help out, then please go ahead and do so. They really need your help. If you want to keep in touch with the development of this project as well, then I highly advise you to go ahead and check out their Twitter/X page or the official HL2 RTX page on LambdaGeneration. Whenever they got something new to show us, they'll be sharing it there. And that's it for now for Half-Life 2 RTX. Of course, when new stuff comes out, we'll be sure to cover it over on our socials and here on YouTube. So make sure you keep an eye on those and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. All of our socials are linked in the description as well as the sources that I used to make this video. What do you think of Half-Life 2 RTX? Are you excited or could you not care less about it? Let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to read your opinions. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to stare at this Ultra HD HEV suit for a little bit longer. I mean, it almost looks pre-rendered, doesn't it? But it's not. Wicked times we live in.